12th President of Wayne State University, Dr. M. Roy Wilson. Please help me welcome him.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the International Health Week. You may not know this, but this week is sponsored by the U.S. Department of Education. Our federal government, with all that is going on, feels that international education is important enough to dedicate a week. Today, I'd like to share just a few thoughts with you in terms of our global agenda. Now, I've been here for 3 months now, and I've said a lot about our campus. So some of you might be thinking, do we really need a global agenda? There's enough problems here, enough sick people here, enough going on here. Why do we need a global agenda? Everyone in this room knows that we live in a smaller, flatter, more interconnected, and more competitive world than we could have ever imagined just 100 years ago, or even 10 years ago. Forget about the borders and boundaries of the past. Today's world, the one that our students live in right now, is a world of connection. And this brings me to the focus of our international agenda. Students. We've heard from employers that Wayne State students show up prepared to work. We know that this is because the Wayne State educational experience goes well beyond the classroom, into the city and into the neighborhoods. We know that the diversity of our campus and community helps students prepare for the world of work and for the world itself. But diversity has gone global. If our students are to keep their competitive edge and truly in diversity, they need global experience. They need exposure to people, places, and opportunities that are different from what they are accustomed to, and will help them open their minds to new understanding. International experience will make and better people, and it will help them compete. When they graduate, they will be competing for jobs around the world, and they will need to be more competent in their chosen field. They must also have the ability to navigate complex interactions which require cultural awareness, appreciation for differences, and, if possible, the ability to communicate in another language. Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his own language, that goes to his heart. Now, I know the value of international experience, international exposure from my own life experiences. Many of you know I was born in Japan, and I remember being so ashamed sometimes of being an American when I would see GIs go into Japanese stores and be mad at the store owners because they didn't speak English. Here we were in their land, their stores. They were mad because they didn't speak English. The arrogance. The key to successful international experiences is an ability to communicate wherever you are. To prepare our domestic students for the challenge of understanding different perspectives and communicating within different cultures, we teach 15 foreign languages. And for non-native English speakers, the English Language Institute specializes in teaching English communication, cultural orientation, and academic preparation skills. It is the only intensive English language program in metropolitan Detroit. Another resource we have on campus is the Confucius Institute, which supports Chinese language and culture programs in Southeast Michigan and beyond. First, among many things, the China Corner, an informal gathering place for Chinese language skills with native speakers. Our programs are not solely focused on students. Many include faculty who are eager to expand and share their research endeavors with counterparts at international institutions. As a nationally recognized urban research university, we must expand our opportunities for faculty to participate in international programming and research. This includes supporting more participation in the Fulbright program, the world-renowned award of competitive, merit-based grants for international educational exchange. The Office of International Programs has embarked on an outreach campaign to explain the grants that are available to scholars and to dispel some misconceptions about the program. Let me just skip to some ways of our global competence. First, to ensure that our general education requirements comprehend an international perspective. This is especially important for our students who come from traditionally underserved communities. They deserve to see the world, even if they lack the financial resources to travel. Second, reinvigorate our co-major in international studies so potential employers and other academic institutions can review a transcript and know that our students are prepared for international work. In fact, external reviewers at Wayne State today helping us to evaluate and reinvent that program. Providing more faculty support and incentives to participate in international endeavors, along with incorporating international programs and study abroad into undergraduate and graduate curricula. We will find ways, such as greater recognition for teaching and research efforts, to remove disincentives to faculty participation in such programs. And translate our website into various languages to encourage the presence of international students and scholars. This is an ambitious agenda on top of a full list of activities, but one that is essential to achieving our vision and, more importantly, essential to helping our students achieve their dreams. I know from listening to our three student speakers today that their international experiences have been valuable, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, perhaps life-altering. These students come from distinct worlds, but they have grown and benefited from their Wayne State experience. They're different people than they were when they first stepped onto this campus, and they now are better prepared to go into the world to make their marks. I know from my own experiences living and researching and studying in different countries around the world just how broadening an international experience can be. I encourage each of you to follow our lead and take advantage of the internet have at Wayne State. Learn a new language, attend a conference, leave your comfort zone. Global agenda is not a teacher participation. I look forward to continuing our movement toward a more diverse and expanded student experience. One of the students talked about her experience eating goat. So I'll end with one of my experiences very quickly. This was in the extreme North Province again, and we were in a small town. They didn't have traditional hotels. So I went to this little place that had a bunch of huts. And they didn't have room service, but what they did have is in the morning you told them they had a list of things that you could have for dinner. So you checked off what you wanted for dinner, and they needed that advance so they can go out and catch it for you that day. Thank you very much.